Princess Eugenie has shared an adorable new photo of her baby August during a walk at Windsor, along with a series of snaps to mark World Environment Day. The Queen's granddaughter, 30, shared the photo of her son, who was born on February 9 from what appeared to be the grounds of Frogmore Cottage in Windsor. A smiling Eugenie could be seen wearing sunglasses and standing next to some daffodils, with baby August strapped to her chest in a baby harness. While the baby royal's face is not facing the camera, he appears to be wearing a onesie or a fleece with a hood. Environment Day 2021. Thank you world for giving us such a beautiful place to live, the princess wrote in the caption alongside her post on Saturday. To mark this day I wanted to share some photos over the years, and more recent ones, that remind me how amazing our environment is and how we must always protect it. Her fans and followers were quick to pay their compliments to Eugenie, with many writing gushing messages underneath the post. Princess Eugenie is a frequent social media user, with her and her husband Jack Brooksbank posting the first picture of August just hours after he was born. Since then, the proud parents have shared a number of pictures of her son with Eugenie's over 1.5 million followers. Why Hitler never bombed Windsor Castle. Crafted from Bagshot Heath and yellow bath stone, Windsor Castle is unmissable from above. While staff did their best to hunker down, blind the windows and make the fortress largely invisible from the sky during World War II air raids. But while Buckingham Palace was hit with bombs on Friday, September 13, 1940, Windsor Castle made it through the war unscathed. The princesses Elizabeth and Margaret were evacuated to stay there when the war broke out, and despite having to occasionally sleep in the cellars, in makeshift bunkers, they weren't targeted by Hitler and his army. Some may think that this was sheer luck. While London was utterly ravaged in the Blitz, the Berkshire countryside fortress remained intact. But there could be a more sinister reason for Hitler keeping Windsor Castle in one piece. The idea hardly bears thinking about, that the beautiful building that draws 1.5 million people to Windsor every year could have been taken over by the Nazis. It makes sense, surrounded by beautiful land, secure and proven as a fortress since it was built by William the Conqueror in the 11th century. It is fortunate for the nation that Windsor Castle stood during the Luftwaffe attacks, preserving this historic building for future generations to enjoy. On what would have been Princess Diana's 60th birthday, her statue will be unveiled. Everything you need to know. Set to be unveiled on July 1, on what would have been the princess's 60th birthday, the statue was commissioned by Prince William and Prince Harry, who announced the news back in 2017 on the 20th anniversary of Diana's death. It has been 20 years since our mother's death and the time is right to recognize her positive impact in the UK and around the world with a permanent statue, her son said at the time. Our mother touched so many lives. The statue will be placed in the sunken garden at Kensington Palace, which was one of Diana's favorite places during her 15 years living in apartment 1A. She lived here both during her marriage to Prince Charles and after their divorce. In fact, in 2017, the garden was redesigned by palace gardeners to mark 20 years since Diana died in a car crash in Paris. Based on Diana's life and style, the garden was planted entirely with white flowers including white lilies because Diana loved to decorate her apartment at Kensington Palace with them. Only 3 months later, Prince Harry and his new fiancée Meghan Markle posed for their engagement photo call in the garden, with Meghan wearing, appropriately, a white coat. It looks as though Harry still intends to fly from California to London for the unveiling, as he did for his grandfather Prince Philip's funeral in April. However, let's keep in mind that his wife Meghan Markle is due to give birth this month or next. If the Sussex's daughter is born around July 1, Harry might decide to stay with his family and visit the statue in private some other time. Meanwhile, as the Duchess of Sussex is currently in the late stages of pregnancy, it's all but certain that she will not be at the unveiling ceremony. It's also not known whether Princes Charles and Camilla will attend. Reports suggest that Queen Elizabeth II will not attend, so that her presence will not detract from the intent to honor Diana's life. William and Harry were both on the committee that selected the sculptor to create a lasting memorial to their mother.